Hey there, heroes. It's your boy, Jeff Richardson. I'm your lore master, right? That's what I do. Anywho, this was a recording we're doing for Patreon, and in which we talked all about the game and kind of catch up. We were down a couple players, so we played. Gosh, I'm all over the place. So the part you're going to hear right now is Jayme ran us his game. It's called Relay Watch. It's or Relay Watch. I don't know how to pronounce that, but it's Lovecraftian horror meets Baywatch, and it was tons of fun. Sako was here, Christy was here, and me. We played some cool action hero detectives, and we saved some lives. It was a lot of fun. So I'll put that portion right after this, and then if you enjoy this kind of extra content, sign up for our Patreon and get everything that we make, and more shit besides. Once we have at least one Patreon subscriber, we'll communicate with them and see what else they'd be into. And who knows? Sky's the limit. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for listening, and we'll see you real soon.
How's the thunderstorm?
Seems to be subsiding, but for a little bit there, it was like shake the house bad. So it's like, yeah, I should probably mute.
It's the ambiance for the upcoming spooky game.
Yeah, if the game were going on, I might have let it come through, but not quite the same when we're talking about so what do you like about the game? Oh, it's great. It's my favorite.
You're like one of those on-the-scene storm reporters.
Right.
Well, Dave, we got a heck of a blustery day down here. This can be fun. I'm excited to run this. Which I had. What's that?
I hope we have enough time. Is an hour going to be enough time?
It'd be enough time for a little bit. I'll probably run a super condensed little vignette, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, well.
I was basically saying the same thing. Wow.
Yeah.
Close enough.
We're gonna wet our whistle, and if it's fun, we'll do it again. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Okay. Works for me.
Let's see. The screenshot covers the basics.
What you got this time?
Sako, if you roll up in the Oakleaf Society messages, that's how we get to our character sheets and so on. We're just going to use your pre-gen characters, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Unless you had, I know, Christy, you had at least one alteration you wanted to make there with your boogie board perk.
Yeah, I didn't know. Do we just make some, or do you want to make something up, or?
I mean, it's pretty free form, where your perk is basically, it could be a special technique of yours, a trademark item, even an animal companion or someone you know. Okay. So you could just write down boogie board, and then if you ever think of a way that boogie board could help you, you can spend a luck to activate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to skim through the rules really quick for the listener. or viewer, however you're doing it. Right at the top of the first page, it says, "To the beach!" And there's a picture of a lifeguard looking out at a Lovecraftian monster. Relay Watch is a tabletop role-playing game about a group of lifeguards and their friends who protect the beach from the monsters trying to take over. It mashes up the campy melodrama of Baywatch with the cosmic horror of the Cthulhu mythos. It talks about how to play a role-playing game. You're called the referee. Where does this game take place? Sunset Hills, California, a beach town where the sunny days are almost as hot as the locals. Nice. Unfortunately for the locals, their town happens to be situated near the underwater resting place of various elder gods whose nightmarish dreams draw in monsters and other supernatural forces. Thankfully, the bay and beaches of Sunset Hills are protected by a patrol of lifeguards willing to battle the monstrous forces that would take over the world. In this game, you play those heroes. So, to get started, we need 3 6-sided dice, 3 luck tokens, and 3 grit tokens. So I'm going to use these 3 as my grit, and these 3 as my luck.
And if you don't have tokens, you can always just keep track on a piece of paper with, draw 3 circles and fill them and erase them as need be.
Cool. The referee needs 2 6-sided dice for rolling on random tables. It's helpful if the dice are different colors. And 10 effort tokens for challenges. Let's see. When the player faces a challenge, they roll 1, 2, or 3 dice against a difficulty of 4, 5, or 6, depending on how hard the challenge is. The player overcomes the challenge when 1 or more of the dice in their roll matches or beats the difficulty. Characters have perks and quirks. Players spend luck tokens to make a roll easier using their perk, and recover luck tokens by making a roll harder using their quirk. So that's like if you're role-playing, you have a disadvantage. It's like you're what is it called? You're benefited? You're compensated?
So like if you had the noisy quirk and you had to sneak past some monsters and you were running pretty low on luck, you're like, well, I'm gonna, let out a huge belch or something, right? As I pass these monsters by, and that increases the difficulty of the roll. You might still get it, but either way, you're gonna earn a luck point for kind of like leaning into your flaws in a way that makes your life harder.
Cool. Players lose grit tokens after failing particularly tough challenges, and recover grit tokens by succeeding on a roll made harder with their quirk, like you just said, or by having a dramatic interlude with another character. A character who runs out of grit tokens is taken out of the current scene. The players make most of the die rolls. The referee never rolls dice during a challenge. They only describe it, assign the stat and difficulty, and narrate the outcome. The referee only rolls dice when choosing items from a random table. So then there's character creation. We're going to skip that and use pre-gens. The character options, roles, your job or position among the heroes. This is not character creation, right? We do this now.
Well, the roles are, if you were using pre-gens, we don't really have to worry too much about that. It's basically a character concept. Like veteran is kind of like the David Hasselhoff, like older lifeguard, or the Gizmo is sort of like a weird science techie detective, and so on. I think there's one of each for the pre-gens.
Cool. So let's see, just to make it easier for y'all, I'm going to share the pre-generated characters to the... maybe I can't because it's not my deal. I'd have to download it.
Oh, is it not letting you?
Could you share just the pre-generated characters file into the Facebook? That way we can access it without having to go back and forth. And rules overview. A character attempts something risky. The referee chooses the challenge's stat, agile, brawny, or crafty. The referee chooses the challenge's difficulty, easy, average, or hard. Optionally, the player can use their quirk and increase the difficulty by 1 to recover 1 luck. The player gathers dice starting with 1 die. The player gets another die if the challenge matches their character's stat. The player gets another die if the challenge suits their character's roll. The player rolls the dice. Optionally, they can use their perk and spend 1 luck to reduce the difficulty by 1. The player counts successes, the number of dice that match or beat the difficulty, and the referee describes what happens next. We'll probably go over this while we play, but just wanted to knock that out. So, yeah, let's pick a character. Who'd you pick, Christy?
Well, I'm a terrible person. I actually made a character, so.
Oh, cool. No, I'm into it.
The only thing I didn't pick was the role, because I was going to wait and see who you guys picked.
Okay, I'm Willow, she, her pronouns. She's agile, she's the weirdo, she's a reporter, and she's clumsy.
She has a reporter. She isn't a reporter herself. Is that correct? Oh, we can't hear you, Jayme.
Sorry about that. Yeah, so she has a reporter that she can like maybe call on.
Oh, okay. She's a lifeguard. I totally lost the plot of the whole thing.
She's actually not a lifeguard. Yeah, she's one of the lifeguard's friends. As the weirdo, you can kind of flavor it. There's a couple of different ways people play weirdos. Some of them like playing them as almost like occult students who like, research volumes of lore. Other times people play weirdos is kind of like you're on like the 90s BBS conspiracy boards talking about like California cryptids and stuff. It's basically anyone on like the fringe of like occult knowledge.
Cool. So that's me. Christy, what's your character?
Oh, well, what did Sako want to play? Because depending on what Sako picks for her role.
I was thinking Pamela, the medic.
Okay.
Cool. Pamela is crafty. She's a medic. She has a med kit and terrible aim.
Right. So combat is probably not a thing.
You have to punch instead of shoot.
The good news is like by default, you are all kind of action adventure TV stars, so punching a monster falls all within your expertise. You won't be penalized too hard for that. There's some people are a little bit better at it, but you're never going to just be having to sit out in combat.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Cool.
Okay. Then I am going to be a gizmo. My character's name is Emma.
Emma. All right.
She has a boogie board.
Cool.
She's a show off. Oh, and she's
I can't wait to see how she shows off.
On her boogie board, of course.
Let's see, what form of transportation does Willow have? I'm going to say a razor scooter.
Nice.
Well, I guess, Jayme, take it over. Tell us what's what. That's more or less the rules as I have them, so lay it on us.
So, funny thing is, earlier today, I was like, I need to print out this adventure. Otherwise, I'm going to be reading it off the screen. And I forgot. I have the dang book. I can just read out. Oh, yeah. All righty. So it is the end of the day at Sunset Hills Beach, and all is well. The locals pack up their beach towels and umbrellas and begin to head home. And real quick, I'd like to go around the, not table, but screen here I think starting with Jeff. You're playing Willow, right? Yeah. Sorry. What sort of like just everyday beachside problems have you encountered today? And like how did Willow deal?
Let's see. Willow tried to get some sun, but it was hard to read. So she went over to the umbrella by the burger stand and started fiddling around on her phone. And then she got a mysterious text from her reporter contact. You can tell me what that mysterious text was, but yeah. She's
Yeah.
trying to do some internet research, see if she can't fill in some gaps.
So I think the text was about there's rumors of just offshore there is a yacht owned by a formerly famous yacht rocker named Eric Zahn. And rumor has it that a bunch of uh, famous record producers from outside the city are sweeping in for a party on that yacht tonight. Little
Exciting.
private shindig. Yeah. Nice. Okay. Sako, I'm sorry, you're playing Pamela.
Pamela.
Alrighty. What like normal beach type problems did Pamela run in as the local medic, and how did she overcome?
I assume a child probably got stung by a jellyfish-like creature.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been probably attempting to remedy jellyfish stings. Whether or not they were actually jellyfish is up to the GM. And I don't know, she's always running around with her med pack on her. And I guess she's probably like on call as like EMT.
Mhm.
So whatever kind of like wacky crap that people do at the beach, I don't know, sit on the stonefish or whatever. Like she would probably be good at remedying such maladies.
There was a tourist from out of state who mistakenly believed that you can use cooking oil in lieu of suntan lotion.
Good job. Good job. Here's some lotion.
Oh, you got a double ouch. You got an ouch in stereo.
It's that blue gel that they stick on sunburns to make it heal faster.
Nice. He thanks you profusely. Says he thinks he needs to go take a couple of days in the hotel room outside all sources of light. All right. And Christy, what sort of normal beachfront problems did Emma have to deal with? And how did she overcome?
So Emma was collecting seashells and she was going to build this totally cool like crab with like a little motorized propeller on the back, and it was gonna be totally awesome. But these stupid kids and their hippie mom came along and they yelled at her and they said, "You can't do that. You can't pick up this kind of shell because it's protected species," or whatever. And she was like,
whatever.
Well, yeah, whatever. This is gonna... That's like an integral piece. You just don't understand. You have to have that there because... See, that's gonna like help it with the aqua dynamics, okay? Because this is gonna go underwater, and it's gonna have a camera on it, and Eventually, this is hard science, okay? I'm gonna do like deep sea exploring with these someday. And they just didn't understand. So that was her main problem today. And it was a huge problem because she needs to get this right for university. And it was a total bummer.
Did I mention that I'm a kid? I'm
No.
a teenager.
What?
Yeah. I'm 16. I'm writing for the school paper.
Oh
And
my
the
god.
reporter I know is actually an actual reporter that I'm trying to get a job at their paper through. So that's why I'm working so hard on getting the deets.
Okay, you said kid, and I originally thought you meant like 8.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God, no. Fuck children. I can't do that.
Which actually, it actually reminds me, like, I forgot to run through safety tools. I guess just like, because like on my first line, I have no kids in peril, and I'm like, well,
Oh, okay. Is 16 too young? I can be 18.
no, 16 is fine. I was thinking more like I'm like a little 8-year-old menaced by a sea monster. It's not cool.
Gotcha,
That's gonna
gotcha.
scar the kid for life. Just
I'm sort of
like
a
standard.
Buffy, situation.
Totally, that works. I mean, as far as safety tools, no kids in peril, graphic violence, sexual assault, harm to domesticated animals. I love my kitties. And standard like X card, if anything like creeps you out, just say so and we'll rewind it and fix it. Okay.
Cool.
I think that's everyone then for the day. So just then, you've received a distress call. There is a yacht called the White Ship, just docked not far from here. And Jeff, this is none other than the yacht you heard about from the reporter. It has caught fire. They need your help.
Oh my goodness. I grab all my shit, throw it in my purse, and I run down the boardwalk, hollering bloody murder.
Do we know each other?
Yes. You've
Okay.
all worked together before to save the beach from various supernatural menaces.
Okay, cool. So I see the two of them, and I go, there's a fire!
And you, of course, have your standard issue lifeguard boat. Unless you want to just swim.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said it was docked. It's out. It's
Oh,
out in the
yeah,
water.
I'm sorry. I mean, dock, I meant anchored offshore.
Anchored.
That's a
yes.
big difference. Yeah.
Okay. Get to the boat!
Throw
Yes,
seashells
I
at the kids
probably
and run.
don't do a lot of swimming with the med pack. She is probably more inclined to go via the boat.
What
For
kind
sure.
of boat is this?
This is a standard issue TV lifeguard speedboat,
Okay.
but the question is, what is its name?
Like its brand name, or like
No,
or like
it's
it
cool
has
boat
a
name.
cool boat name.
A cool boat name.
I'm not a boat person, so I don't know if I'm the right one to ask her.
I don't even know what anchored means, so don't ask me. It's okay, pass. Boat has no name. This is the nameless boat. No one knows how to ride. Lifeguard HQ.
Nancy the boat. Yeah.
Yeah. Nancy the boat.
Well, the town's called Sunset Hills, right?
Mhm.
Let's call it the Sunsetter.
Ooh, that's really good. And it could also have just like an airbrushed Nancy Reagan on the side. you want.
Nancy Reagan, yeah.
Some kids did it like when no one was looking. It's weird graffiti.
It's ironic, I guess.
All right. So the sun begins to set behind the yacht known as the White Ship as black smoke billows from the bridge. 3 injured survivors bob in the sea, struggling to stay afloat. What do you all do?
I try to pull in one or all of the floundering victims, as it were. victims? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will try to drive the boat, but I'm clumsy, so I think that has something to do with the rules. Could you remind me how
Yeah.
that works?
So normally it would be easy for you to like pull up
Just
besides
a
these
maneuver.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now it's going to be an average challenge. It's going to be 5. So you're going to have to, let's see, I think you're crafty.
Uh-huh.
So you have to roll 3d6 and hope at least one of them winds
Oh,
up
I'm
at
not
5.
crafty, I'm
Oh,
agile.
okay. I mean, if you were being very careful, but it sounds like you're fairly clumsy. So yeah, just give me 2d6
Okay.
and hope at least one runs up a 5, or you may be like, tapping
Nope.
these. Okay. So
Oops, I caught him in the propeller. Yikes.
oh God. That would be a critical failure. We haven't gotten there, fortunately. So Pamela, you like reach out and like it's gonna no problem. You're gonna be able to help this person.
Okay.
This dude, he's oddly enough, he's in the ocean in like he's got like a shiny suit and like a little like 80s ponytail.
Oh,
Like
God.
yeah, music industry dude ponytail going on back there. And he's kind of like crabbily like yelling at you, "Oh, let me up, let me up." And just as you're like grab his hand to pull him up, Willow just kind of like twists the boat, and you wind up like accidentally like just clubbing this guy in the face with your forearm, and
Oh, cool.
he starts to go under.
Oh, cool. As much as I'm not really keen on the water, I will go into the water to fetch the guy who is now sinking.
Okay. So dragging him back on the boat will be a brawny challenge.
Okay.
I don't believe you are brawny, so for you this would just be 2d6, and hopefully one of those dice winds up 4 or higher.
Nope, I have a 1 and a 3.
So,
He drowns. So much for him.
he begins to pull you under in a panic, and both of you slip below the surface.
Oh, cool.
Emma, your medic is being drowned by one of the victims. What do you do?
Is there any way I could use my boogie board as like a buoy or something? And like, do we have
I'm
rope?
sure we have a life preserver and life jackets, but
Yeah. You've got lifeguard gear on the boat.
But I like the boogie board. I
The
like
boogie
the
board,
ingenuity.
yeah.
Well, I was thinking it's big, you know, and
Mm-hmm.
then I want to take the lifeguard gear to like actually give to them, you know. So I'm gonna like put it on top of the boogie board.
Nice.
I like it.
Do
So-
we have like rope that I can put like wrap around the boogie board and like jump in and like try to get rope to them?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So with your flotation device and all your lifeguard type gear on hand, this will be an easy challenge.
Okay.
So, and we'll just say it's an agile challenge for you to kind of like try to like thread the rope through all these victims.
Okay.
After you roll, you can choose to spend a luck point to like fully utilize your boogie board, and that would lower it from a difficulty of 4 to a difficulty of 3.
Okay.
But you get to roll first and decide if you even want to spend that luck.
Okay. So it's 2d6, is that right?
Yes.
I have a 6 and a 2.
Hell yeah. You do it. And so you are able to give everyone a rope and help pull them on board, which is a good news because you don't want Pamela to drown, especially
yeah, probably not.
Yeah. She's your friend.
Also the medic.
On board the this sleazy looking music mogul guy, he starts just giving you a very do you know who I am attitude, and I can't believe you almost let me drown. You'll if you I would really give you the business right now, but uh, there's more victims on board. Go rescue them, and then I will file my complaint.
Okay.
Can I also get your autograph?
Uh, he looks super taken aback and starts like patting his suit. And like every time he pats his suit, there's like this big splunch of water because he's soaking wet. So it's like,
I'll hand him my notebook and pen. Or actually, it's all in my purse. I just hand my purse to Pamela, and then I run over the boat to get someone else.
Has Pamela been fished out of the water?
Yes, you are all back safely on board. And so they tell you that the aging yacht rocker, Eric Zahn, this is his boat, he went crazy. He invited them all out there. They hadn't seen him in years.
Mhm.
He lit the control room on fire, and he's got victims down in the hole. He's going to perform some kind of crazy sacrifice on them. So they don't know.
Does this thing happen a lot? Does this kind of thing happen a lot here?
Not in my experience. No. I mean, I'm used to like some freakouts in my time, but this is the first time I've had to deal with a sacrifice.
Do you know how to drive a boat?
This one?
Yeah, this one.
I mean, just point it in the right direction, but how are you all going to get back? We can wait.
Well, yeah, you'll wait. I just wanted someone to watch the steering wheel while I go rescue people.
Yeah, I like that. You recognize that I'm a man that needs to be in charge. And he just kind of like pushes past you to sit. Like he's like leaning over and grabbing the steering wheel before he's even. He starts wringing out his little ponytail.
As soon as he reaches for the thing.
Oh, leaping fish must have hit me in the back of my head. Whoa, watch out when you're climbing on board. Jeez.
I'm going to try to help the next person. Absolutely. This guy's
Right.
whatever the
Yeah,
fuck.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you're able to rescue everyone else. And they have the same story. Eric's on. He just went crazy. And he's got in the whole of boat, he's got they seem to act like this guy's famous, someone named DJ Reiser. He's some kind of record producer. And DJ Reiser's assistant, Heather. And they're about to be sacrificed by some loony yacht rocker.
Okay, now that we have everybody in the boat, I take the flotation device and I swirl it like a lasso, and I throw it up over the railing, and I try to hook it on something so I can climb up the side of the yacht.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you're able to do that. The boat's not. I mean, the boat's anchored, so it's easy enough to get up there. And there's like a ladder down the side.
I think I'll leave my purse. I don't think there's anything in it that I need, so I'll just clamber up there.
Not the Saturday night special,
No.
like just hanging out in your purse. Yeah.
Not gonna bring your Rasco?
Alrighty. So on board, you see, sure enough, like the control room. Little aside here, I don't know damn thing about boats, and I keep writing adventures set on boats. I don't know what any of the parts are called. I don't know boats, and I can't stop writing about them. It's awful. So
Let's
the
see,
part
the
with
front-
the wheel and controls
The front
and
is called
stuff.
the bow, right?
Okay.
Just behind that is the control room or bridge
Okay.
or cockpit, depending on the type of boat where you're in.
Yeah, that's what's on fire. So there's no hole in this side. You do see that there is like some stairs leading further down. It smells horrible up here. It's like black smoke and burning coconut suntan lotion. It looks like you will have enough time to deal with this before the whole boat goes up, though. Stairs lead down below deck where there's some like distant like thumping music.
Should
sounds
we
like they-
hit the fire with a fire extinguisher?
You absolutely can.
Okay, at least to clear some of it so we don't get burned on the way down.
Good thinking. You've put out most of the fire, and you have about half a fire extinguisher left.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, fire extinguisher acquired.
Do either of you want to go down first, or should I?
To hell if I'm going on that.
Oh, you're going to stay on the speedboat?
I'm going to stay on the speedboat.
Oh, okay. I can go down first.
What's
Okay.
your character's name?
Emma.
Emma. All right, I'm right behind you with the fire extinguisher held up, like ready for violence.
A weapon.
Is there only just the one fire extinguisher?
Sadly, yes.
Okay. Is
there might be a
anything-
boat hook or other interesting weaponry on the table.
Harpoon.
Harpoon. Oh yeah.
I'll tell you what, if you spend a luck point, we can manifest a harpoon gun, like as a hung up kind of like a trophy, and then you will have acquired one. That's something in the game. You can spend a luck point to create a minor detail.
Okay, I will spend a luck point.
Nice. So,
Yeah.
Emma, you lead the way with your newly acquired harpoon gun, and you see that there is an opulent, tropical-themed dance floor where all the angles are wrong. Band posters are shifting in and out of view. There's a disco ball reflecting unrecognizable colors, and warped records blare classic rock backwards, of course. And as you step into the room, all of a sudden, you're kind of like overcome with this weird sense of unreality sweeping over you. I'm going to need you to make a crafty 6 roll. So I think you are crafty. Yeah, so that'd be 3d6 for you. Hopefully 1 will be 6, or something terrible will happen.
Nope, something terrible is going to happen.
No!
Wait. Before you do, you can use your perk and spend 1 luck to reduce the difficulty by 1. Would that help?
My highest is a 4, so.
Oh, shoot.
Nuts.
Sako, could you roll a d6 for me just for fun? Just for funsies. Tell me what you get.
Sure. A 4.
A 4. All righty. Oh no. Christy, the champagne shag carpet grows like vines, dragging you down. Could you give me a brawny 5 roll, or you will lose 1 grit from being partially smothered by shag carpet?
So I don't have brownie, so I just get 1 die.
You'd get 2d6 for this one. Okay. Dealing with supernatural problems is in your...
I got a 6.
Hell yeah! Would you like to describe how you fight off the vine-like shag carpet?
Well, I have my harpoon gun now, so I imagine I'm using it like a scythe, you know? It's probably screaming a lot, because it should definitely not be happening. And yeah, just cutting it down like a farmer.
Yeah.
I would like to use my weirdo roll to like pierce the illusions, try to see
Absolutely.
if there's a source for all this weirdness.
Hell yeah. So this will be a crafty 5 roll.
Crafty. So I don't have crafty, so I just have 1 die. But then do I get another one for my roll?
Yeah, because you're all used to dealing with the supernatural. I will say, like, most of the time you roll at least 2d6, unless it's something like
Gotcha.
super outside your field of expertise.
Okay.
Like if someone had to perform surgery, then everyone but Sako would probably lose the dice on that.
Yeah. I got a 5.
Hell yeah. So,
Oh, I just had the 1.
perhaps
though.
oh, you only rolled 1 dice?
No, I mean I only got one success. It says here the player counts successes. I don't know when that.
Yeah.
When that
So
matters.
sometimes if you get more than one successful dice, like if you rolled 2 5s, it's kind of like a critical hit. Like you either get what you
Gotcha.
want and there's a little extra bonus or something like that. In this case, you can kind of like hear through all this. The whole room just kind of like looks like it's warped and moving and underwater. But the one thing that absolutely is not moving a little bit is the record player playing backwards, which indicates to you that the source of weirdness in this room is the record player.
I run over and bust it with my fire extinguisher.
Hell yeah. It smashes to pieces, and like that, the whole room just snaps. And nothing is now crawling and moving. And all of a sudden, you're just in like this super, super tacky disco hole of a ship. With the quiet from the broken record player, you hear a muffled scream coming from the only exit from this disco, some kind of like back room adjacent to the disco.
I believe you mean aft room.
Damn it! I don't know boats! I don't know anything about boats! Yes, the aft room. Back in the speedboat, Nancy, the sun spotter. So the record producer with a little ponytail begins trying to like recruit you, Taco. And he's like, look, between you and me, like we got a lot of rock stars like ODing like left and right. We don't necessarily want to take them to the ER. It's a big show. It would be nice to have someone with a med kit on hand at all times. And we could probably pay you triple what you're making as a lifeguard. What do you say?
Let me think on that. Let me, like, I'm not writing it off just yet. I gotta think that one through. Because Willow and Emma, like, I wouldn't leave them high and dry. Like, oh, I don't know. I'll think about it.
He's like, yeah, they seem nice. Think about it, though. Guy's got like one gold tooth, like a diamond stud earring. I'm just heaping all the likable traits on this guy.
All the likable traits.
So back in the now normal dance floor, there's the cries from the aft room. What does Willow and Emma do?
Before we move on, is there anything from the broken record player that I can like quickly put together to make like a sonic gun?
I will run around the room looking for parts for your ridiculous device.
Oh, you're gonna help? Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gathering tape and screws and whatever you need.
Like martini glasses. Okay, so with the help of Willow, this is only going to be a crafty 5 to assemble some kind of eldritch sonic weapon out of the record player. So go ahead and give me, that'd be, I guess, a 3d6, hoping to get a 5 on one of those.
Ooh, I got 2 5s and a 1.
Did I say sonic weapon? Because this is more of a sonic bazooka.
Hell yeah.
Hand it to Willow. Here you go.
All right. Will you fully armed
just
now?
for kicks, I'm going to pull down one of the streamers and tie it around my head like Rambo.
Yeah!
I think lavender. I think that's
lavender. Yeah.
Alrighty, what do you do here?
Well, of course, you got to go up back against the wall beside the door.
Yeah.
And one of us will swing in, followed by the other one. I guess. Yeah, you should go first.
Yeah, I can keep going first.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, I like how you go first. Oh,
After you, age before beauty.
All right. In a tacky bedroom, an aging rock star, no doubt this Eric Zahn guy you heard, he stands unsteadily atop a king-size waterbed. He's holding an ancient tome over a couple of people who are tied up. And he says, "Fools, you're too late. Arise." Oh my God. No, Jeff, let me monologue.
Yes, please. Sorry.
Promise.
Right.
No.
I'm
I
always
have
doing
box text to read. It's not fair.
Carry on.
He says, "Arise, my Cathodian crustacean, arise and obey." All of a sudden, a giant lobster claw, it bursts from the waterbed, and a horrifying creature emerges, armored and highly annoyed. The rock lobster attacks Zahn, knocking off his captain's hat and turning its attention to the struggling victims. And the the listeners can't see this, but here's some art here.
Yeah.
That is brilliant art.
That's a bit of a Jimmy Buffett figure there.
Yes, absolutely. If Jimmy Buffett tried to summon elder gods, that's what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
Okay, so cramped, tacky bedroom, couple of hostages on a waterbed that's been popped by a giant rock lobster menacing them. What do you do?
That is not the thing that I made. That I just want to be clear about that. That is not my crab.
I blast the crab.
Hell yeah. Also, I just have to say, Sako, it's so funny that you were going like this and it looked like lobster claws. And I was like, wait, did I accidentally hold up the page? Does she know?
It's funny.
Hell yeah. Launch the sonic bazooka. A bazooka blast. Sure, it's agile. And it's agile 4 because how the hell could you miss with a bazooka?
Yeah. I'll aim a little high so the round doesn't hit the victims.
That's good.
What do you call that round part around the weapon? I don't know.
Spray.
Flash damage?
Yeah, the spray splash. So this is 2 dice.
Yes.
I got a 6. And I did get a 3. So I could use my perk. Oh, the reporter. That's not relevant. So I got 1 success.
If you can think of a way that a reporter could have improved your bazooka blast, if you can BS your way through this, you will get it.
Can I help?
Yeah.
So, her reporter friend, is actually like a world reporter, or used to be, and was doing stories on what year is this supposed to be?
Mid to late 90s.
Oh,
The first war in Iraq.
That works.
Oh, yeah.
Told her about a bunch of like different weaponry and stuff, and so she suddenly
Nice.
I don't know, computer brain remembered like all this information pouring in about like what the soldiers were doing in Iraq, and
Cool. So she hunkers down on one knee, sets it on her shoulder, tips the little finder up.
Yeah.
Which I don't know why you put that on there, but there it is. And so I'm able to raise my other die to a 4, and I spent
drawing on your Operation Desert Storm infographic know-how.
Yes.
You blast a huge sonic chunk out of the lobster's armor. You've also like taken out like some kind of like real important part of a lobster. So it's not doing good right now. It's doing the
antennae,
opposite.
maybe.
Yeah, like one of it's got, it's like one of those crabs with like the really big hand, a little bitty hand, and you just like took out its big claw, and now it's
Hell
got like the
yeah.
little no hand and like a little hand. It's like, no. This thing looks like it's maybe one shot more. Back in the speedboat real quick, Pamela, you start to notice, unfortunately, everything seems to just like slightly be moving. The anchored yacht, speedboat, everything's just kind of slightly starting to pick up speed and spin a little bit.
Uh-oh. I get behind the wheel and I attempt to get out of a whirlpool. That would suck. And tell everybody to hold on and yeah, I will try and drive it out of range of the whirlpool.
Okay, give me a 3d6 with a difficulty of 5 as you're trying to like draw upon your boat craft powers, your boat knowledge.
1, 2, 6.
Heck yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so you're looking pretty darn good. Like you're keeping the speedboat moving. Unfortunately, the yacht itself appears to start getting caught in a giant whirlpool.
Oh
Now,
man.
did somebody cut the line that I had thrown up there, or is that still it's like unspooling?
It's like
Probably
a
unspooling.
thread.
Yeah.
It's getting thinner and thinner, like elastic.
No, I meant like it's for the life preserver, so like the rope is unspooling.
Oh yeah. So eventually it'll run out. So Emma Willow has just like blasted a huge Operation Desert Storm chunk out of the rock lobster. It looks like it's fairly beat up. There's a couple hostages left. What do you do?
What's
Eric's
what's going on? Yeah, Eric's on. Thank you. What's he doing with
He's like
the book?
Cowering and blubbering and like holding the book over his head like defensively so no one like he doesn't get eaten by a lobster.
Okay.
You get the feeling this guy doesn't know what he's doing at all.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll shoot the lobster.
Yeah.
I thought for sure you were gonna shoot him.
Well, if
I thought about it.
If he was like still trying to read from the book or something, actively bad, I was gonna throw my boogie board at him and try to like knock the book out of his hands or something. But I am being the show off that I am. I'm gonna be dumb about this, and I'm going to try to like leap up onto the lobster's back and like shoot it, because I know that to like kill a lobster quickly, you have to like get it like right behind the head, so I'm gonna try to like right down in there. So
Hell yeah.
This is a bad day to be a rock lobster. So this will be I'd say this is like a crafty challenge because you're using your knowledge of rock lobster assassination to pinpoint the spirit.
We have our title.
So give me a 3d6 with a difficulty of 5 because you're trying to like get it through the armored plating.
Okay. I can add a luck roll to reduce the difficulty by 1.
If you can think of a way, if you can BS your way into using a boogie board to assist with your spear gun shot to skewer its brain.
Can I use the boogie board to make this even more of a show-off thing and like boogie board my way up onto the lobster?
Okay, so I did say that there was a ruptured water bit, right? So there's still like water geysering out of this thing, an infinite supply, and you like paddle up like a waterfall and manage to get your way up on, like, spew up the rock on the rock lobster. Yeah, that'll lower it.
Okay, good. Then I can do it. I have 2 4s and a 2.
Yes. You.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, 2 5s and a 2. Sorry.
You assassinate the rock lobster, and it just drops. It is done for. And you all hear from deep below this, like, angry bellow, roar, like this undersea beast. You're all caught. Those of you in the yacht feel yourselves caught in a whirlpool. You have time to grab the hostages. Erickson's just blubbering. What do you want to do with that guy? Like,
I'm gonna throw him over. I drop the bazooka, throw him over my shoulder, and I
thought you were gonna throw him overboard.
That is a good idea.
Into
and I ask Emma to grab the other 2, and I head for the stairs.
Hell yeah. So you all make it out. You're on the surface of the yacht? The deck. You're on the deck of the yacht.
That's what it's called.
Yeah, I know
Nailed it.
words. At this point, though, you're like, the yacht is like now pitched back and it's halfway down this whirlpool. And you look up and you see Pamela expertly piloting around. You're kind of just like circling, managing not to get sucked down with that roll. Unfortunately, those of you in the yacht will have to find some way up there. Kind of like cow caught in a tornado situation. There's a bunch of boxes and jet skis like whizzing by this whirlpool, like big cartoon crates of who knows what. What are you gonna do? How are you gonna get out of this dire situation?
Well, I'm gonna send Zahn up the rope that the life preserver is attached to, but I'm gonna open one of those crates.
Okay.
Okay, it's isn't the yacht on fire?
It got put out, fortunately,
Okay.
but like the control room is total. Can't really like drive anymore.
Yeah. So we got to get a tow, I guess. Get a tugboat.
Or just, screw that yacht. Like,
Do that yacht.
Yeah.
And let it rot at the bottom of the sea. Yeah.
Yeah, there could be like a treasure hunt adventure.
Sure.
So yeah, once everybody's on the rope, we can cut the life preserver.
Go ahead and give me let's just make this easy. Give me an agile 4. And if you can think of a way for your perk. What's your perk, Willow? Oh yeah, you are
Reporter.
a reporter. If the reporter once told you a good way to destroy a moving box, a cartoon crate.
I'm just gonna hit it with the boat hook, I guess.
Hell yeah. Okay, give me
whacking at it, fucking slamming away.
Are you going to like carefully time it or just like go crazy with it?
I'm clumsy. I'm just gonna go crazy.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Okay, give me so this will be just go ahead and give me 3d6 difficulty 4 to try and hook it. Like hooking in a big fish.
2 6s.
Yes. The box bursts, dumping a highly experimental rocket pack at your feet.
I'll hold it up. Does anybody want to try it instead of the rope?
Of course.
Ooh! I know. I unhook the life preserver and I put it around you, and then I put the pack over you, so that we don't need to cut the rope, and if you end up in the drink, at least you won't sink.
That right. You're a poet.
Yeah, and then I will start climbing up the rope.
Okay.
That's a lot of stuff in one round.
That's a lot of stuff. It's okay. I think we're about out of time here. You using the rocket pack, using the rope. The last thing I'm going to need is Uh, Pamela, can you give me one last crafty 5 roll as
Oh,
your
Sako's
Osaka? Oh no,
sacked out.
Sako's down.
Sako!
Sorry, I'm
It's
here.
okay. It's
We're
okay.
almost done.
It's late here, and I have
I
another
think.
thing after this.
Oh
Oh,
no, this
no.
is the last roll.
Okay.
You can just, you know what? You can spend a luck point and just ace it. No problem.
Okay. So, what's happening?
Everyone's climbing up a rope attached to your speedboat, and it just hinges on you not being able to like go over the lip down into the big whirlpool.
Cool.
So that'd be
216.
you got it.
Hell yeah.
Pamela manages to steer away from the whirlpool, and Ericsson's stupid yacht goes to the bottom of the sea, and there's like this big angry roar from the below. Roar, big blubbery roars. It's like the ship is just swallowed up by the whirlpool.
Cool.
And with that, you have done it. You have saved the victims, even the nefarious Ericsson. What are you guys gonna do with Son? You gonna turn him over to the authorities for trying to sacrifice people?
Uh,
I'm gonna call my reporter friend Marisol and tell him I've got this guy and he owes me a favor if she wants to interview him.
Nice. And how about Pamela? Are you gonna take the record producer up on his offer to get hired? Triple salary?
No. It's
Ethics
not
win
about the
out.
money. Not about the money. It's about the camaraderie. So, she turns him down.
He throws a big tantrum and he's just like, power, friendship, what? No.
What is this, My Little Pony?
You gonna give me a Care Bear stare? What?
That was outdated.
No way my Baywatch game is topical. What are you talking about? And Emo, how are you going to like celebrate post saving everyone's day here?
Keeping the jetpack.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yes.
See, I'm picturing you've flown up ahead of the boat, so it looks like you're parasailing, and we all slid down the rope into the boat. And so we're slowly driving back into the dock, and you're just up there having a good old time.
Yeah.
You've like forgotten all about the robot crab. You're like, this is way better. Flying robot crab. That's the future.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And when we get to the beach, I cut the rope, and you just go sailing off.
Like way accelerated now that you're not being dragged behind by.
Oh shit.
That was awesome.
Thank
we're
you.
at 2 hours, so we'll wrap this up. Thank you for joining me, Sako and Jayme and Christy.
Yay.
Thank you, Jayme, for running that game. That was really cool. Could you tell us
Yeah.
a little bit about the credits? Is there in the book? Is there like art? You know?
I wrote this
contributors?
with a cool dude named Jesse Ross. He's the fellow who did Trophy Dark and Trophy Gold and Girl Underground. He did all the illustrations and the layout, and we both wrote it together. And it was a heck of a lot of fun.
That
He's
is
just some
awesome.
cool guy. On Discord, I was like talking about this. He's like, "Yeah, I want to get in on that." Turned out great.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Well, this might have to become a regular feature because I had a
I'd be
damn
down.
good time.
Awesome. Yeah, anytime.
Cool beans.
fun.
All right.
Thank you.
Let's see. Did anybody have any? Oh, we might as well do our good, bad, ugly. Who
Oh, sure.
since this was your game, I want to give you a shout out. That is really cool. I like the writing. I like the simplicity.
Thank you.
We didn't get to use all the mechanics, but I'm excited to learn more.
Oh, additional shout out to Richard Wolcock. He wrote Tricube Tales that this is heavily based on his system.
Tricube Tales.
Yeah, it's
Cool.
really cool. It's like this, but more of a generic universal version. You can run anything with it. Mine's
cool.
lifeguard focused.
I think it's great. It was a lot of fun. I like how you can just kind of like be very in the moment, like on the fly, and just kind of have fun with it. And you don't necessarily have to be like, okay, well, what's my loadout, or like what's my equipment, or like you have your thing, and then you like deal with the situation. And I mean, I know we only did like a short little thing, but I'm assuming that's how it normally goes.
Yeah, it's pretty breezy. A real slight narrative. Totally. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, I'll let Sako get to bed. I'll see the rest of y'all in a week or two. And yeah. Can't wait to Tina finally get in there and mix it up.
Yeah. Rip some arms off.
Maybe Crunch will absolutely hit something with that laser gun.
Yeah, himself at this rate.
Oh no.
My toe.
Oh shit. All right. Yeah. I'll see you then. Thanks everybody.
Thanks for playing. That was a lot of fun.
Thank you.